My older brother looked me dead in the eyes at our dad's funeral and said, everything dad owned belongs to me now, and if you fight me, I'll make sure this family hates you forever. 5 minutes later he started collecting dad's keys, wallet, and house documents like they already belonged to him. I told him dad would have wanted us to share everything, but he laughed and said he changed his will before he died. You're getting nothing. My aunt told me to let it go. My grandmother said my brother deserved everything because he took care of dad, and I actually started wondering if they were right until dad's lawyer pulled me aside after the funeral and asked, did your brother tell you he changed the will? I said yes, and the lawyer's face immediately changed. He couldn't have, he said. Your father signed his final will 6 months ago, and your brother wasn't even there. Then he handed me a sealed envelope dad had instructed him to give me only after the funeral. Inside was a handwritten letter that began, if you're reading this, your brother has probably lied to you already. My hands started shaking as I kept reading because dad explained that he'd caught my brother secretly stealing money from his bank accounts for over 2 years and had quietly documented every transfer, every fake signature, and every receipt instead of reporting him. Then came the biggest shock of all. Dad had left my brother exactly $1, while the rest of his estate was left to me because, as he wrote, trust is worth more than blood. I thought that would be the end of it, but when my brother found out, he stormed into the lawyer's office screaming, he's lying. Dad promised me everything. The lawyer calmly placed all the evidence on the table, and my brother's face turned completely white. He pointed at me and shouted, he forged all of this, but the lawyer replied, these records were collected years before your father passed away. Before my brother could say another word, 2 detectives walked into the office because dad had arranged for all the evidence to be turned over to them if my brother ever challenged the will. My brother tried to run but didn't even make it out of the parking lot before they stopped him. The same family members who called me selfish started flooding my phone with apologies, but I ignored every message except the last one dad wrote, never let someone who betrays family convince you they're the victim. My brother lost the inheritance, his reputation, and his freedom because he thought dad would never discover the truth.